everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of Nightrunners. We are so very happy that you're able to come. The tether between staying humane, becoming a monster, or cyber psycho is one that is constantly stretched. Pulled left and right until it snaps. So, how do we keep this tether? How do we keep the morals that stop us from going over the edge? In a world where deception, blackmail, and murder are a natural way of life. Is everything a shade of black and white, or can our morals, those things that keep us on the path of humanity, be grayed out just a little bit? How far will our kindred go to make themselves unliving legends? So, with that said, let's go around our table and introduce our vampires.
Hi, I'm Sir Cuttlefish. I'll be playing Hunter Maximilian, um, your La Sombra soloist.
Hi, I'm Brad. I will be playing Jay Coludo, the Ministry Snake Media and owner of the Coil.
Hello, I am Peter. I'll be playing Tony, your local gangrel who took a dirt nap for way too long.
Hi, I'm Sam. I am playing Beatrice Stallion. I'll be the fixer. I'm a sneaksy.
And I'm Mike, and I'll be your storyteller this evening. Be afraid. Be very afraid. However, don't be too afraid because this game does use veils and lines. At any moment you feel uncomfortable, please take yourself away. Have yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, small cold beverage. Relax. And you can always come back later on. This game does deal with adult content and is not suitable for anyone under the age of 18. That includes body horror, murder, death, political intrigue, political destruction, and all sorts of nasty things that may make your skin crawl. We do have a Zimeezy after all. So, with that said, let us open up this evening as day transfers into night. The city is, as always, a beacon of light to those that are desperate and downtrodden, those that believe they can make a life for themselves. This evening, all of our kindred awaken in their havens. And I need a rouse check from every single one of you. For some of us, this is where things get a little bit dicey. Get what I
I
get it?
definitely get hungrier.
Oh,
I
okay.
definitely get hungrier.
And what
Same.
is Jay's hunger on now? 4. Okay.
So I probably need to feed.
Mm-hmm. Tony, how are you doing?
Too hunger.
2. Beatrice, how are you doing?
3. I did not get hungry.
And Hunter, how did you do on your rouse check?
I did both of them and I'm at 3.
Hunter, unlike most, has to do 2 rouse checks per evening. One to arise with the nightly dew, and another to make sure that The cybernetics in his body are currently working. A little gift from the digital Draculas to Class Sombra a long time ago. So, let us go to Jay. Jay,
Hey.
you awaken in the coil. You awaken in your haven. But not just the name of the coil reverberates through your body. You feel as if something is coiling around your ribs, your spine, and up your throat and out of your mouth. Why? Why don't you feed us? Why do you make us suffer?
I'm sorry. I have just been busy. I'll feed you now.
Oh, so busy. But not so busy as to take care of yourself, yes? No. Find someone now and drain them.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
But no, it's not okay. We do not want a simple feeding. Oh, no. Let them have a little bit of spice to their blood. Come now, you know what I mean. Feed us.
I'm in control. I choose where I feed and when I feed.
That is
Get back in your
adorable.
goddamn box.
Oh, we will always be here in this little box, ready to spring like the viper we are. So, Jay,
Okay.
you are hungry.
Pretty hungry.
So, what are you going to do?
So I'm an Osiris, so I feed by feeding inside my tiny little cult of celebrity, basically. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get on my agent and I'm gonna call up someone who has reached out in the past wanting comment or wanting who has left comments on streams or videos or pieces or like feedback on like brain dances or something like that. And what I'm going to do is basically reach out to them going, hey, apologies for the delay in reaching out to you. I really appreciate the feedback on our production. I'd love to talk to you more in person. And basically, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite them to the coil for them to provide feedback, and then once I'm in a meeting with them alone, my intention would be to take a little bit of their feedback before ensorceling them to feed on them, basically.
Okay. So, as you ring this person, it's a young man by the name of Stevenson. He's a wannabe media. He's done a few short things about some gang activity, but nothing serious. As you call him, he tells you he's already at the coil. He's currently enjoying the company of one of your brain dances. Where do you want me to meet you? In your office? Can I come up there?
Yeah. I respond back through the agent. Yeah, absolutely. Third floor. Come on in.
Doesn't take over very long, and the door begins to be knocked.
Jay will open the door and to the office and welcome them in and offer to shake their hand and all that kind of stuff.
He'll reach out and check out. Man, it is preem that you're letting me. Oh, you're God when it comes to this sort of thing.
Hey man, it's all Nova, man. Like, come on in. I'd love to hear your feedback. Sorry it took so long. There's a lot happening in NC, as you know. So, come on in and hey, do you want to see? Can I get you a drink or anything like that?
Yeah. What have you got? You got any beer or anything out there?
Yeah, sure.
I do have some.
Uh,
I do have some synth coke on me. If you partake, I hear it like
I
lets
mean,
people.
we're working right now. Like,
Yeah. We're working.
we're working, right?
Yeah.
But maybe later. That'll be totally pre.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
why don't he goes to the fridge and pulls out an old can of beer that's probably been sitting in there for way too long. It's probably past its use by date. And he just like scrapes some of like the cold like residue off of it and like slides it over to the guy. Doesn't get him a glass. You know, Hoyle's pretty it isn't fancy. We're a bit of a slummy kind of establishment, so there wouldn't be nice glassware. But slides it over and then sits in front of him and just asks him for a little bit of feedback on a particular brain dance that he was enjoying. According to my records, I know exactly what he was watching. And then like I'll sort of start like I'll activate awe, so I'm like quite interesting. That his attention is wrapped up in me.
His attention is fully on you. It was before, but now, big dull
so I'm
eyes.
like just pushing out with my blood and just making everything just that little bit more amazing. And then I'll inflict the kiss on him, so he's just feeling good, and then I'll feed upon him. And
Okay.
it's not violent, it's not sexual, it's very
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
How much hunger do you slake?
I'd like to get rid of two.
2 hunger, leaving you back just at 2. Okay.
Yeah,
Not a problem.
it shouldn't kill him, right?
No. 3 is where it gets into a bit of medical difficulties.
Yeah. All right, no worries.
So you take 2 from this man, and as you give him the kiss, he relaxes and slowly he falls asleep. I assume you then just maneuver him out of your office and down to another brain dance suite.
Well, before that, so I'll sort of lead him out, and it's like, I'll activate dominate on him, and I'll use forget.
Do you hold his eyes open? Because he's, when you got this really nice little high and you're like, your eyes are a bit closed like that
Well,
there?
if he's that out of it, maybe I won't bother.
Yes, he's
But,
not really going to remember the kiss anyway. He's going to think you had a really good time. He's going to think that beer was really, really strong. But he's not going to remember you giving him a little nibble.
So, I have the second level of presence melopy, so I can use dominate
With
power
just
my
your voice. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't need his eye contact, but I'll just hiss in his ear that his feedback was so well appreciated, and I'll just like layer that in there and then I'll send him on his way.
Excellent. Yeah. And that works completely, and he is a completely unsuspecting mortal. He is compelled.
No rouse check and free.
He is compelled to believe that you had a great time. You both had a great time. So, we move on from Jay for the moment, and we travel from Santo Domingo all the way to Pacifica, to a little boat that is being rocked back and forth. The waves are a little bit heavy tonight on the Cody. Beatrice, how are you feeling this evening?
Bit hungry.
Bit hungry.
Been ignoring it.
And what would you like to do? Would you like to hunt, or would you like to struggle through it once more as the beast begins to purr and crawl and rip at your skin on the inside?
We're in control. I think it's time to go eat.
You believe you're in control, don't you, child? That little voice in the back of your mind. So, where does Beatrice go to feed?
I think we're gonna make a trip to Santo Domingo.
Okay. And are you making a trip specifically to Zemisi territory in Santo Domingo? Okay. So, Beatrice, you leave your boat. You hear the sound of gunfire. It sounds like there's a gang fight close by to Cody. You can see the tracer rounds going back and forth just a little bit further down the street from where you are. You hear the mixture of patois as well as heavy American accents shouting at each other and the gunfire going off in the night. But they're not coming for you. This is just life in Pacifica.
Cody happens to be in there.
Cody does happen to be in there. So you begin to drive in your small car. Do you drive toward where the people are shooting on the road? Or do you take an alternative route?
I'm gonna say we're gonna take an alternative route.
Okay, you take an alternative route. It takes you a little bit longer to get to Zemisi territory in Araro. You pass the warehouse. You see the homeless camp that has begun to make its home outside of your warehouse. You even see Sean drive by and he recognizes your car and he waves. Then goes back to doing whatever he does. And you finally arrive. You pass the domain border, as it were. And you're in Zemisi territory. You're very, very close to Painful Bliss, but not too close that your sire's eyes are on you. At least, not as far as you're aware. What is Beatrice's predator type?
Confidant.
Confidant. Yes.
People open up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes open their veins in return.
It's true. So I need you to roll me your hunting roll for this.
1 critical, 3 successes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're fine. So you walk the streets. And you find this woman crying. And she's sobbing her heart out. She looks like she's in a lot of distress.
Make her way over.
As you do, the woman doesn't move. She's sobbing against this wall. She doesn't even notice you.
Doesn't even notice? Like, is it an easy way to bite, or I still need to make myself present?
Well, given your feeding type, you sort of have a restriction on how you can feed. The person needs to give up what's wrong with them for you to really get that kick. But you can just bite them. But you're also in the middle of a main road. There are people walking up and down the street. Many are just ignoring her.
She's going to tap on her shoulder.
She turns around. You can see her face is just streaking tears. Huh? Who are you? What's going?
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Okay. No, leave me alone. I've got. What? Where? I need to go home.
Well, you're so upset about something.
Yeah. Uh, who?
I'm sure we can talk about it.
What are you? Some sort of fucking therapist? Who are you?
Name's Beatrice. You?
And as you put your hand out to shake her hand, you can see that she's not used to this sort of contact with another person. It's not a very usual thing for some random person in the United States to come up and shake your hand saying, "Hi, I'm Beatrice." It's very rare. But she reaches out tentatively to shake your hands. My friends, they call me Sparrow.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, um, uh,
Would you like to take a walk?
yeah.
I'm surprised that everybody's ignoring you. Poor dear.
You get a look as you say that, but not from her. You get it from passers-by, and they look at you like you're the weird one for being up in someone else's biz. But she looks at your hand as you pat her on the head. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah. So, why did you stop? And then she begins to walk with you as you talk. And as you two walk, she then explains that her input had a massive argument. He wants to have kids, she doesn't. And it really broke the two of them down. And she ran away from their house. And she kept running. She doesn't even know how she got into Arero. That is not where she lives, not where she's from. And soon you direct her, I assume, into a small, dark alleyway as she spills her heart to you.
Pretty much pouring it in. It's fine.
And no doubt soon she then begins to spill her blood to you. How many points do you take?
We're gonna take it to 2. Because I think I'm at 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do 2.
So you're taking 2 points of hunger away?
Mm-hmm.
Bring you down to 1. Okay. No problem. So you do, and her eyes flutter and she slowly falls to the ground, just sliding down the wall, relaxed, no longer crying. And you walk away. Let's move on to Tony. Tony, good morning. You wake up in your brand new haven, the warehouse. Now, you've been here for a few nights. And over those few nights, Sean has come up to you, or as you call him, Johnny Boy. And he has told you that your 2 friends have been here whilst you were gone. Beatrice was here and Hunter was here. I think that's their names. At least that's what you told me they were called. Beatrice was walking around, just asking a few questions.
What was she asking, Johnny boy?
Oh, just the usual. She's asking if I was okay, asking where you were. I didn't tell her nothing apart from I'm good.
That's fine. You weren't feeling like tired after the fact or feel like, you have a fuzzy memory or anything, do you?
He just shakes his head. No, why? She giving out drugs?
It's okay. Yeah, she's got some killer drugs, man. Like just if that happens, just let me know. They're really bad for you. I don't want you to get into anything bad, you know?
Yeah, sure. So, the warehouse, as you've come to know it, from the outside, this a warehouse that you have all gained looks abandoned. A overpass goes straight overhead, and the sound of cars go on throughout the day and night. The steel fence that is around the property is broken in some areas and rather rusted. And facing the warehouse on the opposite side of the road is a large wall, and behind that wall are a bunch of petrochem warehouses that reach way into the sky. One of the main things about this warehouse is that on one of the walls on the outside of a large smokestack that comes out from it is a mural. A picture of what one would assume death looks like. A skeleton with a hood and a scythe. Inside the warehouse there is nothing of much use. Tony, you haven't really had much time to explore this warehouse as you've been out in the city exploring it and learning where you are and what the vibe is, as it were. But you know that the warehouse is definitely abandoned. Anything that has been left there is of little use. There are a few empty shells of cars in the main lot by some concrete barriers. There are a few boxes, some wrecked chairs and tables on the inside that have seen better days. There is a basement that goes to a door that says "Do not enter." The power has yet to be turned on inside of the warehouse, as the main generators inside the basement read empty.
Okay. Tony's going to just make sure Sean, or Johnny as he knows him, is sorted for the evening. So, making sure he's got everything he needs, give him some small jobs. And Tony himself is going to make his way to the basement, popping Eyes of the Beast when it gets very dark. And he's going to make his way to the door that says "Do not enter," because he is a curious fella.
Okay. So as you approach this door, the door says "Do not enter." Do you try to open it?
I'll try to open it normally first.
It opens.
Okay. Before I enter, can I do like a awareness check, like through scent and eyesight, just to make sure the area isn't like dangerous with horrible chemicals or something else?
Yep, if you want to do a... What's awareness for me?
1 success and a critical failure on the red dice.
So, as you begin to sniff the air and look around, there's nothing untoward ahead. It doesn't smell like anything bad or dead or chemical.
Well, Tony's going to enter and have a quick look around this area, still being somewhat cautious, just to see what's there really.
So as you enter, the room is filled with red illumination of emergency lights. Straight as you come in and to your left hand side, there are cells. There are bars all across the wall. And it goes on for about 30 foot down this wall. And you can see through these bars, and it looks like a large prison cell that has a cage door on the far side and a cage door on this side.
Anything inside the cage?
There is nothing inside the cage.
Does it seem like the cage was broken at any point, or are there any scratch marks or anything like that?
Compared to the fence outside, this looks brand new.
Is it like an underground fighting cage, or just like something like a big animal would be kept in normally?
It looks like something an animal would be kept in a zoo, or people would be kept in a jailhouse.
Suspicious.
And then as you walk down further, and the hall turns into an L, and it goes right, there is an elevator shaft.
Ooh. Let's go into the elevator shaft and press the button for, well, I'm guessing it's for down.
The elevator shaft does not open. It asks for a
Does it seem like
passcode.
Passcode. What's the door like?
It is a big cage door. It looks like one of those industrial elevators where you push up and the door slides open like that.
Okay. Does it look like the keypad is something you need to type in and then it also activates the movement of the elevator, or does it seem like there's a control inside the elevator?
It looks as if you were to type in a password on this control panel, a lock would then let the door be opened.
I'm gonna try and force the door open.
Okay. Give me a strength brawl.
Sure thing. I'm also probably rouse the blood for this one. I'm just gonna do a quick rouse check. That is +1 hunger, so I'm at 3. I'm gonna burn the willpower.
Oof. Okay. 3 dice.
4 successes.
4 successes. With 4 successes, it is a strain. This elevator does not want to open, but you're able to get your hips into the side, maybe push it a little bit to where you can possibly get in, but it does not go all the way up.
That's fine, that'll do. I'll try and go in. And if there's anything, I will activate the elevator.
The elevator does not work.
I'm going to take out and I'm going to see if there's anything else in the immediate area that I am in, besides the elevator and the cage.
There is nothing else of note, other than the elevator.
That's
and
fine.
The cage.
I'll go out, I'll close the door, I'll remember this for next time, and I'll go back up. Now, quick question. With my time that I spent in at Arhaven, is the area around Arhaven usually active with criminals, or does it seem to be more of a quiet area?
A bit of both. You have seen members of gangs walking or driving around it, but there hasn't been a shootout, at least near you, because there are a lot of warehouses in this area that are also ran by corporations, and a lot of gangs don't want that sort of heat.
I'm gonna go to Johnny. Oh, Sean, but to Johnny for me. I'm gonna say, hey, Johnny boy, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, T-Dog, what's up?
You've lived on the streets here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
I got a peculiar question for you. Don't think too much of it. Is there a particular piece of shit or waste of a human being that resides within the local area? Just someone who I don't know, is a wife beater, tends to oversell things, steal from the poor, that type of trap stuff. Anyone nearby?
As you ask that, he looks at you a little bit confused.
Just someone who shouldn't really, if they meet an accident, nobody would miss. Like I said, don't think about it too much. Just let me know if there is anyone.
I mean, this is 6th Street. I mean, you just walk up the road a little bit and you're sure to run into somebody.
Anyone in particular that like wronged you in the past?
I'll be honest,
Beside-
T-Dog, people who have wronged me, I don't know them by name. Normally come here, beat the fuck out of me, steal my shit.
Where's the last place you got beat up at? Wait, no, don't answer that. I know that. Where's the place you most often got fucking jumped down?
The same place you did last time. He just looks at
Cool,
you.
cool. All right. Sorry, I was just kind of wondering, just doing some research for something. Oh, good. You keep doing the good work, and I'm head out. Okay, for the night.
Yeah. What do you want me to do if your friends come by? Looking for you.
Oh, just let them know Tony went out to grab some fast food.
Okay. Yeah, sure. No
I'll
problem.
be back in an hour.
Yeah. So as you walk away, he walks over to what is now becoming a small homeless community that is inside one of the broken areas of the warehouse. It has a concrete shelter. There's a burning barrel in the middle of it. There's about 6 people standing around it. There's a few makeshift tents going up. You don't know what you started here, Tony, but apparently you're the savior of the homeless nation of Night City.
Sorry, wait. Is this inside the warehouse?
It's just outside the warehouse. So as you come down the street, the carotid gates are on one side, and in one part of the warehouse there is a broken. It looks like a truck crashed into it. The roof is still there, hanging on, but the concrete wall around it is completely crushed in, and there just seems to be a bunch of people milling about there.
That's gonna be a conversation with my coterie for later. I'm gonna ignore that for now and keep going.
Okay, so you begin to walk towards 6th Street territory. Hunter, let us move on to the La Sombra. Where is Hunter this evening?
Oh, Hunter is hunting this evening.
And what is he hunting specifically?
I'm hunting near our New Haven, 6th Street.
And is Hunter hunting for something specific?
I am you know what? Pretty much a criminal. I'm a stalker, so I'm lying in wait for the
Okay.
perfect opportunity to strike.
So, please roll me your hunting dice. It seems that our entire coterie this evening is a little bit snacky.
5 successes.
5 successes. It does not take Hunter very long to find exactly what he wants. He sees this man walk out of what he can only assume is a drug house, somewhere where they're manufacturing illegal substances. And he is walking down the street, and he is not even paying attention. He seems to just be in his own world. Not because he's high or because he's drunk, just that he is so superiorly confident in himself that he is, as a term we use over here, Billy Big Balls. No one can touch him. That is until he turns an alley.
I'm going to use Silence of Death to quickly sneak up on him and do what I need to do.
And you do. The moment your blood courses through your veins, everything around you is silent. Your footsteps, the sound of your clothing, even the wind that passes across your face is quiet. And you move up on this man from behind. You grip him and you bring your teeth into his neck and you drain him. How much blood do you take?
Just 2.
2 points of hunger.
Just so a mano.
You drink, and you can feel his heavy body start to go limp. It's that moment that you look up, and at the other end of this alley is another predator. One so obvious that even the mortals around would simply avoid him on the street. 2 different colored eyes reflecting the lights. And you see Tony.
I'm gonna drop the body and go, sup, June.
Yo, Hunter, what you doing out here?
Where you been? I've been looking for you.
I've been in the same place I said I would be. I didn't go far. Like, you know, been sleeping in our... Yeah. Kinda don't think you tried too hard, but fair enough.
I figured you were distracted. Maybe you got a joy toy and you were hanging out at Jay's club. I asked, what do you call him?
Who, me?
Yeah, he calls you T-Dog. He says you weren't there.
Okay. Well, look, I'm not gonna go to any brain thing. I don't, like... I swear, if Jay tries to drill a hole in my head, I will take his one off like I promised him. I'm not fucking around with that, but... Right now, I'm a little bit famished. I can see you already grabbed a snack. Are there more where he came from? Just out of curiosity.
Gonna point the direction where the club's at.
Bumming the
Okay.
snack.
Does the guy have any sunnies or anything like that she just snacked on?
Sunglasses?
Yeah.
Oh yes, he has a massive pair of aviators on.
Cool. I'm gonna quickly take the aviators, put them on, cover
Yep.
my eyes.
You
I'm gonna make my...
now look like Sylvester Stallone in an 80s action flick. These aviators just reflecting everything back.
Cool. And I'm gonna make myself straight to the drug den. By the way, how many guys does it seem like are there?
From the outside?
Yeah.
From the outside, you can see one guy standing on the steps smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
Do you want help?
How many of them are in there? You reckon?
Probably a whole saloon of them. Do you want help?
Yeah, let's stretch our muscles a bit. You cover me. I want to see how well I still got this in me. I'm gonna approach the guy directly, the one that's smoking the cigarette.
You see him watch you as you come close. He's not wearing sunglasses, but he smokes.
Hey man, hey, I got the Jersey, mate. Is this where you can get the good stuff?
Fuck off, gonk. We don't sell here.
No. Man, I got Eddies. I got Eddies for days, man. I just need some. Man. You got some? You got any?
Fuck off. Like I said, he flicks the cigarette at you. Piss off, you homeless fucking creep. And he tries to kick you.
I'm walking up. Am I in front of him now?
Yep, you've walked up.
Am I within brawling range?
Yeah, he's throwing a cigarette right at your face.
Do I need to do a check for that?
No.
Okay.
I'm not that mean. Okay.
Okay, just describe something for me. So he's in front of the building, and the building is quite tall?
No, the building looks like a bungalow. So it looks it's very very simplistic in its layout. It's just a small brick wall that's about 2 foot high off the ground. It goes up a set of stairs. He's standing at the top of the stairs, and it looks like an old frame door. The house is a single bungalow with a large roof. You can see smoke rising up from a chimney from somewhere.
Oh, is there anything above us?
What do you mean?
Is there a ceiling or is it open to the air?
It's open to the air.
Cool. I'm gonna do this. The moment he flicks the cigarette, I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna do soaring leap with him up onto the top of it. Can I reach the chimney area?
Yes, with soaring leap, you could easily reach the chimney area.
Cool. I'm gonna do that, and the moment he's in shock from doing that, I'm gonna bite on his neck.
Okay. So he's not expecting this at all, so you do get a surprise attack. So roll me your strength brawl.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, roll me your strength brawl.
A bit better.
Beatrice.
Four
Four
successes.
Okay. Beatrice, as you're driving back, making your way through Aurora, and you see this 5'4" figure with a hood up and a katana slung over his back. You'd no hunter anywhere. What you probably didn't expect to see is Tony jumping 20 foot into the air with a man. The sounds of screaming from the people on the streets bring people from inside the house outward. A lot of things are happening right now. Do you phone anyone, Beatrice, as you see this?
Yeah.
Is there someone in this area that can probably deal with this?
Yeah. Jaybird, where are you?
Yo, Bree, what's up, Big Cheese? How can I help?
Can you make it over, lickety split?
Yeah.
Tony's causing a scene with a big group. I will try to come over, but I need
When you say scene... When you say scene...
I mean...
Never mind, I'm on my way.
It looks like he's having a snack. And Hunter's just watching him.
I didn't think Hunter was a voyeur. Anyway, I'm getting my coat. I'll be right there.
Whew. Also, bring gas.
That's...
Gas. Gas, gas.
Yeah, I ain't no petrochem fucking outlet store. I'm not a bodega on the... Oh, I'll get gas. Jesus. Click.
So, Jay, you begin to scramble around trying to get all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Your optics show exactly where Beatrice has told you to come to.
Yeah.
It's rather close to where your club is.
Mm-hmm. Alright, cool. I'll flick up on my agent screen on my glasses, so like watching local media, like Ticketek feed, just in case there is like something Masquerade I need to be aware of. I'll head down to the bottom of the coil, and I'll open the garage where my beat up little like cricket car is, which doesn't actually work, but there's probably a petrochem canister down there.
Yeah.
And I'll grab the petrochem canister.
Yeah. And there's two stations all over Night City to fill up this sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I will hoof it at my pace of hoofing it. So
Which is just swagger.
Yeah, swagger. Like, yeah, you see how the way I walk? Like, just like, yo, Choom, sup, Nova? Hey, you, yeah, go fuck yourself. Like, and I'll just, like, keep walking. I'm listening out for screams, but, like, I'm on my way. Because, like, if Tony's, like, in, like, a mad rage, like, just, like, ripping shit apart from people, I'm honestly just gonna get in the way. Like, Hunter's got this, right?
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't take you long walking down the street to hear these screams.
Okay.
There are people running, and then there is suddenly the sound of gunfire. Back to our house. Tony, you have grabbed this man and you have jumped onto the roof. You forgot, perhaps in a moment of hunger, that it was on a street. It was a house. There are people around Night City 24/7. And they see you jump with this man on top of a roof. They begin to scream. Maybe for not the reasons you think. But as they scream, the doors of the house open and 4 men run out, all heavily armed with shotguns and machine guns. They'll look around. What the fuck? What the hell's going on? They hear you thud on the roof as you land. They run out further and they turn and aim at you.
Oh, I have not actually bitten into the man then yet, have I?
You have not. No, you've just landed.
So, the moment they take the guns on me, I'm gonna use my doorman, and I'm gonna use him as a meat shield, and I'm gonna try and find cover to begin with, because I just realized in my hungered state that Night City is a lot more populous than an abandoned industrial area in LA ever was.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So, I'm going to basically hold this guy up in front of me and move to a place of cover to take stock of the situation with him.
Okay. So you will receive half cover from having him as a shoot. So
There.
they are going to start shooting at you. Other than holding him up, are you doing anything else? Are you trying to move? Are you trying to dodge?
Okay, so now the initial fuck up is over. Considering how the layout of the roof is, one side is open straight to the street. Is there a back side I could drop behind which is not open to the street area?
It isn't. It's not closed off. It opens onto another street on another block. So there's another house right behind this one.
Okay. Is there an entrance point into the building from where I am currently on the roof?
Into the building below you?
Yeah.
I mean, you could make one.
Is it just like
It's a roof. There is no like rooftop access.
No, but I mean, is it like concrete or just like woods or something like that? Something that's very flimsy, or?
It's concrete. It's a tiled roof.
Ah, okay, nah, I don't think I can break through that. You know what? I'm gonna make myself to the other side of the street, try and jump down and get into the building from the other end, basically, while holding this man. Only as long as cover is needed. I'll drop him the moment I'm on the other side of the house, basically.
Alright, I will need you to do me a Dex Athletics roll. You are at a 2 negative for this, for carrying this man as well.
Dex and athletics. So, do I take 2 dice away?
Yes.
Okay.
This guy is rather burly. He's not a little stick figure.
Okay.
Whilst you're doing that, he's also going to try and struggle out of your grip.
Yeah, that's fine. I got 1 success and 2 bestial ones.
Okay. Okay.
This night started so well.
The opposite of that is what just
It's
happened.
rude.
So, this is what happens. As you're moving, this man knocks you off and he gets out of your grip. The moment, however, as you continue to move, gunfire reels across. Bullets bang into this man. He gets knocked down. However, as he falls down, another course of bullets smack you in the arm and in the chest, just above the shoulder here, knocking you down to the side as a shotgun blast ricochets in the night. You take 2 superficial. Hunter, you're watching this. What do you do?
God damn it. Like, wow. Really? I'm gonna bust out my mono wire, and while the few of them are distracted, I'm gonna try to take out a few. I haven't used my mono wire yet, so I want to test it.
Lovely. So you go into what seems to be your wrist and you just pull out this long, thin wire that seems to move like water as you maneuver it with your hands. It just curves and connects and just weaves and left, right, up, down, taut. You're gonna try and how many are you gonna try and take out with this at the same time? You gonna try and take out one or all of them, or
I guess I'll try to take out all of them, or as many as that I can.
so on one attack, if you're gonna take out all 4 of them, you'll need to cut your dice pool 4 times. So you'll need to use your dex and melee with your added bonus for mono wire, and you'll need to say for one guy you're going to use 3 dice, for one guy you're going to use 2 dice, such and such and such. So you're probably better off just taking off one person at a time.
Okay, I'll take off one person, because that just seems way too complicated.
It can get very complicated very quickly.
So I need to do my dexterity and my what?
Your melee.
Since Beatrice is at a distance, kinda, can she text Hunter where he might need assistance?
Yep. She can text him, but whether
Like
Hunter
sneak
answers,
attack or something?
Yep, she can. But again, whether Hunter answers, you can also call him while he's doing this.
Call.
Hunter, your optics glow up and you see Beatrice's number and a little smiley face of her going pop up.
Oh man, I'm like right in the middle. Unfortunately, he's not gonna pick up.
In big red letters. I see you.
I got 4 successes, Mike, with a beast.
Okay. So, you move up quietly as you still have Silence of Death on, which means you get an advantage on this man. And the first one you come across, your wire just comes out, and you see this man's arm begin to get cut away, as if you're cutting slices off, as your wire moves across his arm. He grabs his arm. What the fuck? As his gun falls to the ground, he turns to you. His arm is being sliced to ribbons and practically falling off the bone. One of the other men turn around, the one that shot and successfully hit Tony, turns around leveling a shotgun straight at you as well, as this man begins to fall to his knees bleeding out.
Do I have time to dodge or no?
He is not shooting at you just yet because he has already shot Tony.
Okay.
Beatrice and Jay, what are you two doing?
Trying to get a hold of the tune that's ignoring my calls.
I'm gonna rock up to the scene and try and understand what's going on.
So, as Jay rocks up to this scene, you can see Hunter cutting away at this man's arm with what seems to be You do not see what he's using, but he is certainly not holding his katana. But you can best guess what it is. You've been around Night City long enough, and you've seen many of your own people back in the day use this exact same method to get rid of problems very quickly. You can see Tony on top of the roof, slowly getting back up to his feet, and looking a little pissed off, one would say, after being shot. And Beatrice, you don't see Beatrice exactly, but you do see her car.
From where he's at, can she see him and this person?
Can Beatrice see Jay or Hunter or Tony?
Tony seen. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Like, even the person that's trying to shoot at him?
Yep, you can see him as well, because he's out the front of the building.
Okay. I'm gonna hold off what I want to do.
Okay. So now we're back into it. Tony, what are you doing?
Okay. It's a quick stock take. There are still people on the streets screaming about and running about, correct?
Not so much anymore, but there were. There's still some people.
Okay. Quick question. With what I've seen and heard of Night City so far, I know that people would I know that people have bionics that allow them to jump really well?
I mean, you haven't seen it in person. But from what Jay has told you, it's not outside the ordinary.
Not out of the ordinary? Okay, cool. I'm gonna get up, and I can see the guy pointing a shotgun at Hunter. I'm gonna do a soaring leap straight from the building onto him.
Okay.
So
You don't need to roll for that, but are you just jumping at him? Or are you jumping into him? Are you trying to do him damage?
I'm fully gonna body slam into him, basically.
Okay.
I'm gonna not try and see if the kinetic force of the actual jump itself is gonna be enough to just knock him the hell out.
Okay, so so I'll need a strength and brawl from you. If you were just jumping toward him, you wouldn't need to do it, but because you're trying to
That's fine.
hit him.
That's all good.
Hunter, what are you doing?
At this point, he's pointing the gun at me, right?
He is indeed. The other man you cut up is now on his knees, sobbing and holding what remains of his arm.
Okay. I am going to try to dodge if he shoots at me. Or, well, he's holding a gun, so at this point, I am going to dodge.
Okay. Jay?
Using a willpower.
Yeah, look, this is not great. I'm gonna phone... No, I'll call the Baron and say, hey, if you've got any pull with NCPD, can you divert them away from this block to this block for the next 15 minutes?
So, as you call the Baron, Fangs picks up. Jay, what the hell's going on?
Well, Kong's just fucking lost his shit and kind of like rip some peeps apart. So I'm trying to clean up a mess and get him under control. So if you could keep the NPD away.
Where are you?
Near the warehouse, near the New Haven.
Jinx! Handle your fucking boy! And he hangs up.
Cute. Cool. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna walk. Has Tony landed now?
Not
Or
yet.
is he still like
He's
on the way down?
He's mid Superman as we
Mid Superman.
he's mid Superman as we move to Beatrice. Beatrice, what are you doing?
We have one person being Gangrel. We have one person about to be shot. She's gonna roll down her window, search in her bag,
Drive by, motherfucker.
pulls out this lovely gun that cannot. It's one of those smart guns.
Mhm.
Trusty Duddy smart guns.
Mhm.
And shoots for the guy that is after Hunter first.
Okay. So, I need you to roll me a composure. Actually, no, dexterity and firearms. I'm not a massive fan of composure firearms unless you're purposely aiming. So, dexterity firearms. Tony, how did we do?
3 successes.
3 successes? Okay. So, with 3 successes, Tony, you jump from that roof and you barrel into this guy. And you knock him back a few feet, but you don't knock him on his ass. He is very well built. And he's wearing what looks like armor. He turns the shotgun back around to you and lets off another round. Hunter, as you start to cut up this man and Tony Superman dives into one of the 6-3 gang members, 2 other men who were shooting with automatic rifles turn around and begin to shoot at you. So I need Hunter to roll me a Dex Athletics. Beatrice, how did you do on your shoot?
3 successes.
So Beatrice winds down her window, takes out a little small gun and just 3 shots. And the bullets seem to lock on to a target. What her optics are picking up, and the bullets move around the back of Hunter, smacking into the side of this guy's body. Ah, fuck! He looks around to see where the shots came from. Oh! He then lets out a gunshot. However, the gunshot is missing Tony by a hair. And how did Hunter do on his Dex Athletics?
2 successes.
2 successes. So as you move from one, as the gunfire hits, you get hit on the shoulder. Well, it's just a graze and it just goes over it, but it spins you slightly. As the other shooter once more hits you full in the chest. But it's not exactly hitting just right. The movement that you just did, whether it was the shot from the shoulder that turned you just around at the right time, also made these bullets not punch you directly, but just rip across your chest. Take 1 level of superficial damage. Now, Tony, back to you.
All right. I'm getting the measure that this guy is more solid than he looks, so we already mucked up the night so far, might as well go all the way out. So we're gonna do feral weapons and eviscerate him as quickly as possible.
So I will remind
Before he...
I will remind you, feral weapons takes a turn to grow.
Alright. Can I start growing them and go up to try and knock him out in the meantime at the same time, or not?
You would need to concentrate on bringing them forward.
Cool. Okay.
So I need a
Then.
rouse check from you.
Well, it's alright. We'll leave the feral weapons be then. We're just gonna rush him and pummel him then. That's probably the best solution.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and basically ram him into the ground as best I can and continue swinging until there's nothing left.
Yep, so strength brawl. Bum, 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 bum. Hunter.
So there's two of them in front of me
Yep, with automatic rifles.
with automatic rifles, and they just shot at me.
Mhm.
All right. Can I get them with my mono wire, or
You can,
is that
yeah.
gonna be like?
Nope, you could definitely get that. Yeah.
I want to try to get, if not one of them, both of them.
Okay,
Their
so,
arm.
So to get both of them, you'll need to split your pool in half.
So how does that work?
So say you had 8 dice altogether, you would then use 4 dice for one person, 4 dice for another person.
Okay. All right. So I have 7 dice for that total. So I would split that to.
You
Four?
could use 4 for one person and 3 for the other.
Okay. All right. We'll try this, right?
Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Jay, how are we doing?
Good, try not to freak out. I am like starting to draft a media post about the latest in cyberware springboard. The leapfrog package that you can get that allows you to leap like 12-foot direct, or like 18-foot directly up, and starting to like link in articles about like how they've created these extra like springs that are able to like go into hydros to the back of your calves that allow you to take superhuman like leaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need you to. I actually do need you to roll me. This is Jay's second roll of the night. I need you to roll me your wits, craft, and media. As you're
Witchcraft media.
crafting this story of.
Alright, so I've got two
super
hunger.
jumpers.
2 hunger wits. Craft, I have 2. And media is just +1.
Yeah.
Alright, 5 dice. 2 of them are hunger. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 4 successes, 1 a crit success. But it doesn't matter because I need more than 1 for it to do. So
Beatrice.
that's 4 in. Yeah.
Yep. Beatrice, what are you doing?
Danny, more. Yeah.
More drive-by. Who are you shooting at?
She's still gonna help Hunter.
Okay. So she's shooting at one of the 2 men that have guns pointed on Hunter. Yes. Okay, not a problem. Jay, as you write this, the words just flow. It is just bum, 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 bum. Here's an article, here's an article, here's an article, here's an article, bum, 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 bum. And you're just typing and writing away with just all of this in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, how did you get your strength roll?
Right. So, I'd like to say for full transparency, I have used 3 willpower points for the night so far. This was one of them. I did manage to get 4 successes, but my hunger dice keep rolling the dreaded skull, so I got 2 skulls and 4 successes.
Okay. So you jump forward. You grip this man. And as you are about to punch, you remember what you were here for to begin with. And you bite down into this man's neck as you both fall to the floor. And you begin to drink. Hunter, what did you get?
I got 3 successes on both of them.
Nice. Your monowire comes up and it cuts one of your hands off. The gun flies as blood squirts up the walls. The second one looks at his friend as the monowire comes and cuts through his gun and his upper arm, knocking both to the ground. He begins to scream. The man begins to scream. Jay, you're writing this article that if people don't believe it, they are stupid. Beatrice, what did you get?
Two successes.
Who says you shoot, and as you do, the man who got his hand cut off and is spraying blood everywhere, suddenly takes 2 to the neck and drops to the floor. Tony, you are on the ground drinking from this man. Do you take all his blood, or do you?
I think, considering he shot at me and was trying to shoot at my ally, I think I'm justified to drain him dry on this one.
Okay, so you drain this man dry until there is nothing left, and it feels as if you're sucking on dry veins.
Can I get rid of all my hunger then?
Yes. And take a stain. And as the man is screaming about his arm being cut off out of nowhere, his head is split in 2. As an axe goes right down the middle and cleaves him in half. As the body splits apart in a very action movie standard, there stands a small hooded figure, smaller than Hunter. She takes her hood down and you can see it's a female. She has a long purple fringe going down one eye and a chain wrapped around her arm and her neck and a black hoodie. Bigger than Hunter's. Tight little leggings, and she says in an Austrian accent, "Well, that was messy. Who the fuck started this?" And that is where we'll go on break.
fucking gunk. Jay said that this would work. Alright now, there we go. Sup, Junes? It's me, Hunter. You ever wonder how we got to know this Preem world? Or how I got my Nova skill sets? Well, you should check out the Renegade link in our link tree. Click on that and everything will be revealed, from my clan's compulsion to my bane. Can't mess that up now, can we? So what are you waiting for, June? Oh, and if you want to support everything we do have a Patreon with some Nova tiers. Crap. Is that... Oh, Medtech, I gotta go.
Welcome back. I hope you all had a great break. I hope you all enjoyed that little special message from a little special someone. But here we are once more. Where we left off, the gang got themselves into a little bit of bother with a rival gang, the 6th Street. A bunch of military fanatics. They had a little fight because Tony decided to become Superman for the evening. But everything was sorted with a new mysterious young kindred with a fire axe cutting someone in two.
Doesn't even put out fires.
It doesn't even put out fires. And what sort of madman would use an axe to put out a fire anyway? This one would. So the young kindred, with purple hair coming into a fringe, it's short at the sides, but a long purple fringe going over one eye, brings down their hood. They're wearing a large baggy hood that looks a lot like Hunter's, only much bigger on their frame because they are about an inch or two shorter than Hunter. And they speak with a Austrian accent. So, who the fuck started this?
I might have misread the situation.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, just a little.
So you're the
From the way you
Tony.
misread the situation, Choom, I'm not sure you're literate.
Beatrice is
I deserve that.
putting her
That's
window
fair.
up and getting out of her car.
So
She's looking a little like you're in trouble.
Was it safe and comfy in the car?
I'm sure you're all enjoying this conversation, but we probably shouldn't have it here. They know to have backup on the way. We're in 6th territory.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's go. You owe me a new shirt.
Yeah,
Jinx is going to kick your ass, but I do have permission to do it. And she begins to walk in front of you.
Following.
Jay, do you want to come with me?
Let's all go. And I'll put the gas canister on the front seat of Bree's car before she locks it. And then I'll follow in stride and like catch up with Bree and Hunter. And I'm already adding to cart a new shirt for Hunter.
Well, as this young kindred is walking, she's walking towards Beatrice's car. And she turns up the road. And Beatrice, you see behind your car now, you see this massive monster truck. It is a large Jeep whose wheels are bigger than your car.
Well, yeah.
How you didn't see this pull up and how quietly it pulled up is a bit beyond you. Alright, I'm hopping in this one.
Okay. Where do you want us to drive to?
We're going to your warehouse. Because we need to have a discussion about how not to fucking kill people in the middle of the street.
Fair.
I don't know what they
Alright.
did when you were growing up. But if you're going to kill people in Night City, use a fucking gun. Or an axe. And she jumps into this big monster truck type Jeep. Whoever's coming with me, hurry the hell up.
I'm gonna go get my bike.
I am going to
Beatrice-
climb into the Jeep.
Beatrice tidies up her area a little bit so Jay can get in, putting her gun back into her side. You know, giving him a nice smile, like, thank you for coming. Did you bring what I asked?
Yeah, I brought what you asked. I got what you need.
I'm gonna need that to power up the warehouse.
Oh, okay. Cool. We're not... Alright, cool. No worries. Let's do it. Yeah.
Don't
okay.
worry, we're not gonna cause fires, especially on somebody. She kind of looks at Tony. Not at all. But maybe
Alright.
if sweet talking?
A sweet talking, I think, is probably appropriate. Alright, so I don't know who she is, but she seems like she's more in charge than us. So we should probably not make her wait when we get, so we should probably get to the warehouse.
Oh, we'll zip by. Not a problem.
Zippity doodah. I message on my... Oh, wait, I was gonna message Hunter, but... I'll message Hunter and, it's a 50-50 chance if the message goes through. We're heading to the warehouse. Goes through to Hunter.
Yep. And Hunter obviously heard the young kindred say that.
Yeah.
And the question, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
May I mend flesh while on the drive there?
You can. You have not received any aggravated damage, so you may rouse your blood to heal what damage you have taken, same as Hunter.
Okay. Success. Cool.
However, the damage to your pride will never be erased.
Through that.
And this young kindred, she drives away in this big monster truck. Tony, how are you? Are you riding with Beatrice and Jay? Are you getting into this monster truck with this woman?
I was getting into the monster truck with the woman.
Yep, and you
She's
do.
dead.
Yep, and you do, and you see there's a bunch of dials all over the place. And if you look behind you, you notice there's a bookshelf that has books. Actual
books.
books.
Paper books.
Paper books. Going from one side to the other. Of various different authors, of different genres. And she doesn't even look at you when she speaks. Don't you think of touching those, or I will take your fucking hands. Those are mine.
Incredible.
And you hear this monster truck come alive. And the engine roars. And how none of you heard this vehicle approaching, begin with, is beyond you, at least, for the moment. And she begins to drive to the warehouse. You all reach the warehouse. She jumps out of the monster truck and simply walks towards the fence and pushes it open. And she walks into your warehouse. She walks into your domain. Without asking permission. Without even stopping for any of you. Sean tries to run up. But the moment he gets within a few feet, he just goes and turns away and just walks back to the fire.
I weigh him as well as I can. It's fine. Good.
And the four of you are all left outside on the street as she has walked into your warehouse.
I'm gonna follow her.
Same.
Beatrice is a little curious about how she's so familiar with it. But follows. Cautious, even.
Jay?
I'll be cautious yet confident as I walk through.
And as each of you all walk around and through the electronic door and into the main warehouse, where the boxes are all laid all over the place, you see her sitting on top of a catwalk just above your heads at the entrance. This catwalk is accessed through the stairs at the back of the warehouse and lead to two offices. And she sat there with her legs dangling over the edge, looking down at all four of you, the axe securely at her side. So what the fuck were you thinking, Tony? Right? What the fuck were you thinking?
Well, I got a little hungry. A little too hungry. And there was a cigarette involved that flicked at me. And I am a little bit rusty from all the time I must have slept, and I forgot to check my surroundings before I acted. Which is unforgivable, I know, but I'm not gonna bullshit and say that anything else happened other than that.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. If anything, that's one benefit. Jinx, however, is not impressed. I'm not even a fucking Anarch and I have to do this shit because she asked a favor.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm Zelena. I assume you're Hunter, you're Jay, and you're Beatrice. I know you're Sire, he does good work, Beatrice.
She smiles a little bit, giggles.
She looks at Jay for a second. You remind me of someone I used to know back in my younger days as a kindred. A young Bruja. Something about your face.
I get that a lot. I've just got one of those faces. Like, it's just friendly, you know? But, yeah, look, it won't happen again, and we really appreciate you coming to assist. See, Kong's just a little bit, like, he's still shaking off the cobwebs after a bit of a nap, and he's just gotta get up to speed on how things roll here in NC.
He needs
Kong.
to control his body more.
Kong. Is that your handle? That's a strange handle. And I thought
did not
mine
choose
was weird.
Wait, what's your handle?
Loves books.
That is a strange handle for this time and age.
Yes, but it's true. You do not look like a giant hairy monkey, but then again, I haven't seen you naked.
Fair point. So, do we owe anyone a boon for what just happened, or is Jinx gonna come over and beat the hell out of me for my misstep, or what's gonna go down now?
She probably will, but I can't tell you when, I can't tell you where. But you've pissed her off because you were in her employ for a little bit, and Fangs not only holds your entire group responsible for you, but holds her responsible for you as well. So
Sure.
she might come and put her boot up your ass.
Right.
As for boons, I don't know how they did it back when you were running around, but I'm pretty sure your friends here could explain that the boon system isn't a thing for you.
Oh. Well, something new again. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the questions I've got. Guess I'll let the rest of my coterie take a point now.
Does
And
anyone
he
have
kind of
any...
looks towards Jay and Bree to see what they're gonna say.
Yeah, she looks down from this catwalk at all of you. What, you have questions?
No, we're always happy to help the bosses out. Make sure everything runs okay.
Is Jay lying?
Yes.
Roll me your manipulation subterfuge.
I'm good at this.
Yes, you are.
This is my thing. Two.
You see Zelina lean on the catwalk and just looks at you with a massive Cheshire cat grin. Uh-huh.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
And then she looks at Beatrice. You look like you have something to ask, so I'm looking at you until you ask something. Yes, it is my natural color. She flicks the hair a little bit.
It wasn't that. It was more, we did not hear you one bit.
What do you mean?
That big old
Oh.
That big old monster truck.
Yes, what about it?
You're very quiet.
Well, it makes it easier for me to get rid of problems if they do not hear me coming.
I hope we're not the problem. Well,
Not yet.
somebody started the problem.
If you forward the problem, I wouldn't be sat here talking to you. Then again, I'm not really into the whole killing people business. It's not my jam. But if I need to, I will. I'm just here as a friendly call from my good friend Jinx because one of her little gangrels went a little bit Malkavian. That's you, by the way. She points straight at Tony.
I get the phrasing there. All fine.
Hey.
I will play less mad in the future.
I'll be honest,
Probably.
I can say that because I am Malkavian. You all cannot. That's clanist. Okay?
That does narrow it down. I was wondering, honestly.
I'm proud of what I am. And you, little shadow man.
Where'd you get that axe?
This. She holds it up.
Yeah, how do you put out fires with that?
You swing really, really hard. She just nods as if that answers the question.
That answers my question.
I've had this for 70 years.
Wait. Hunter, do you not know what a fire axe is?
Somebody told me that it was from the olden days and was trying to sell me one once, and I was like, how do you have a axe that puts out fires? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, they're practically antiques.
Okay. Well, fire axes
Real
are antiques.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait. Is wood extinct as well?
You really
rare.
have been in the ground for a long time. Biotechnica is trying to bring that sort of thing back. But it's a hard time. It's not easy to genetically engineer things. I mean, they're still doing the clones, so...
You know what? Everything you just say gives me more and more questions, and I think that might make me hungry again, so I'm gonna stop asking.
And people claim I'm the insane one. Speaking
I do have
of...
one more question.
Oh dear, here we go.
Have you seen a giant white bird anywhere?
She blinks. I haven't seen a bird in 20 years. Not since the bird flu outbreak. She does use big quotation marks when she says that. Bird flu.
What about any water?
I mean, run a tap?
Like a lot of water.
There's the bay. There's the docks.
Alright.
Are you trying to get to something specific?
No. I'll ask later.
Okay, well, I am trying to get to something specific because you owe my friend some favors. Sparkles has...
Sparkles?
Yes, she has those things you asked for all four of you.
Wait, what things?
I was trying to get to that slowly before somebody decided to have a moment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Sparkles has those passes to Dogtown for the four of you. And Cookie has also called in that favor from you, Beatrice. She wants something in Dogtown. What it is, I don't know. She didn't tell me.
Should I give her a quick text?
I think you better go and see her in person.
All right.
But that's all I came here to do. Save your asses and tell you that bullshit. And she just grabs her axe and just swings herself off the catwalk and just lands in front of you like a cat. On all fours and just slowly gets back up. Well, if you need me, you fucked up. See you later, chums. And she begins to walk away.
Buenos dias.
So it might be my fault that I called the Baron when Tony was going apeshit just before. So look, I'll wear if we have to pay any favors. I'll cop that. That was my bad. Tony, you'll pay me back.
Fair.
Hmm?
Right. So besides the I got questions not related to my existence in this time frame. Before that whole thing happened, I had a little bit of a look around our new haven. Why is there a dungeon in the basement?
I think I know why.
Oh, okay. Can you
Oh,
share why?
I wanted to get to that before somebody had an episode, but I guess now's the time better than ever. So you remember those bodies that we dropped off that you were worried about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tracked them with some help from Sparkles and 13 here. Looks like they camping out here before they got picked up by the bloody disciples.
So our base of operations used to be a holding pen for humans before they got transported elsewhere.
They got transported to a megablock building in Santo Domingo. 7. Then they were picked up, brought to where we needed to do our thing, and then dropped off. And they're being held captive at Dogtown. That's where the badges came.
Right.
Right. Okay.
That's
So,
also where your lovely, that one kindred that we saw there. The one that gave me the creeps.
I mean, they all gave me the creeps to be
Or
completely fair.
Vana.
Yeah.
She lives there, I think.
Okay. So are these guys like anarchs or
I'm not
are these...
sure.
Okay, so tell me something in this new day and age. The Camarilla, when they rule, they don't allow vampires to end other vampires because, you know, all their traditions. And in the old Free States, we, you know, as long as they weren't Anarch, you know, handle it quietly, but free game. Is that still the situation here, or not? If we do need to handle this guys, now that we will, I don't mean to go batshit crazy again, but just in case it needs to happen, do we get repercussions for it from the local baron?
I would think we would, because I'm assuming that's one of his connections. I don't know what for. I want to know why we're working with the Bloody Disciples. I have a lot of questions, actually.
Well,
So, I'm heading to Dogtown.
Jay,
Alright,
Jay, you would know that the Bloody Disciples are an Anarch gang. As well as the Laughing Reapers and the Metal Outcasts and the Faceless Men are all Anarch aligned, at least seemingly so. You would also know that Dogtown is not aligned to anyone. It is an old stomping ground of your own gang, the Ouroboros, who own and run out of the Heavy Hearts club and bar inside of Dogtown, where your sire reigns supreme.
So, look, I just want to say, like, Dogtown's not really affiliated to anyone in particular, but there are several Anarch gangs there. Just like the Burning guys, the guys you were just talking about. What was the name? Burning
The
Skulls?
Bloody Disciples.
Bloody
The
Disciples.
Laughing Reapers.
Yeah, they're all kind of affiliates of ours, you know, like they're not the tower, but they are gangs of their own. So they've got their own barons and they've got their own peeps who are in charge. So our baron may have inroads with them, but we've got a pass to get there, right? Look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit anxious about going to Dogtown, but
Well, there's something
I'm
I need
happy
to
to go
do.
with you. Huh?
There's something I need to do.
Well, I can't let you go by yourself.
Okay.
Oh,
Kind of
yeah, you're
hard. So,
coming. And you all
kind
owe
of.
Sparkles a lovely favor for making the tickets. Also, before I forget, 13. I'm gonna transfer the eddies that I owe 13.
Okay.
I'm put my cards on the table here. Right. Look. So I know you three got stuck with me. Right. I know I wasn't your first choice. Thank you for bailing me out of hot water. It is appreciated. But kind of like, I'll be completely honest. The reason I'm interested in Dogtown is I don't like the fact that I had a hand in human trafficking. I don't know how normalized that is for you people here in this time, but it is very distasteful for me personally to be participating in that. So I want to hopefully right a wrong. Now, I don't want to particularly smoke another Anarch. I might be willing to do it, but I don't know what the normal, I guess, normalcy is here for a criminal. I mean, where I come from, you can be a criminal, but you still have some form of integrity. You know, you don't beat women out of hand, you don't go after kids, you don't torture needlessly, you know, that kind of stuff. Even if you are kindred, you still have some, you know, you have standards, right? And I felt like when we did the whole human transfer, I felt those standards got infringed upon. So
Well,
that's me being honest.
isn't that just great? You and me, I guess, are gonna be best friends. Because I was hired to go find them.
Okay. But
All
why
we
are
have
they...
to do, all we have to do is find the bodies. And, well, apparently, they're, pretty important people. We have to do is stop what's ever blocking their, med tech and let trauma team do the rest.
Right. Trauma thing. I remember seeing that in the city. That's like your SWAT ambulance guys that come and pick up people that pay extra, right?
Yeah, in and out. That's all we gotta
Cool.
do.
Alright, I'm game. I'm down. Kind of look towards the other two coterie members just to see what their thing is, because I know Jay was like anxious.
Look, I'll go with you, but can we like do something like about this and like can we change something up? I just want to keep a low
You want to
profile.
borrow my hood?
I mean, will it fit?
Probably.
All right, cool. Cool. Yeah, no, I'll wear your hood. That sounds good. I'll wear your hood. I'll ditch the glasses. I'm probably not gonna film anything in Dogtown unless it's like necessary.
Why are you not wanting to film?
Yeah.
That's a change.
That's odd.
Look, Dogtown's just a little. Just gets a little weird over there. Okay. Look, I'll tell you about it some other time. But there's just been some incidents in the past. I like had a slight reputation over there. I just want to play things on the down low down there. I mean, after all, someone should probably be keeping Tony in check. I mean, we don't need him to rip apart people and cause a giant scene and have us to cash in favors and put us in debt over in Dogtown too, right?
It's okay. I got it out of my system. I'll be a good boy.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
see,
So when are we
Collins
leaving?
got it all out of his system. Well, we gotta go get the things from Sparkles, right? Unless our friend just dropped him off to us.
She did not drop them off to you.
We gotta go see Sparkles.
Cool.
You're leaving out information about what Sparkles needs from us.
I already said you all owe boons, except for 13. I said I would cover 13's, but...
I gotta ask, because I don't know. Who's 13?
Everyone
Really?
looks at Beatrice.
Oh,
She kind of taps her. She kind of taps her foot, like, really?
Right. The whole handle names. You're 13. Sorry.
Next time you have trouble with somebody, maybe I shouldn't help you.
Look, it's very confusing, okay? Look, at least I knew what the trauma team was. Cut me some slack. Like, you try waking up in a completely different century and remembering a whole new vocabulary, catchphrases, and, like, coming to grips with the idea that a dollar is no longer a thing.
Up. I am not going to hold your hand.
Alright.
Tony, can I get an intelligence and... We'll do intelligence composure roll from you.
Intelligence and composure. Oh, that's great.
That's in more than enough. Hunter keeps mentioning this name. Sparkles. Zelena also mentioned the name. Sparkles. And suddenly, it's like a little puzzle piece jumps back into place in your mind. You met someone called Sparkles. She had green and purple hair and a big smile on her face. And she could not wait, in her own words, to play a game with you.
I met her when I went out for my drive with,
Jinx.
Yeah. I was just like, the moment, like, Bree tells me off, it almost seems like Tony gets angry and then he just kind of, like, zones out for a moment. You know what? We should get going. Bree, you are 100% correct in everything you just said. We should get going right now.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Don't cause an issue in there.
Where?
Don't cause an issue while we're there.
In Dogtown. I mean, only if you ask me to. But otherwise, no.
Okay.
Deal? Deal. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna put on the sunnies that I took from the guy and put them back on and just be like, yeah. Gonna kind of quiet down and fumble my thumbs a little bit at
Come on, Kong. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just been a very eventful night so far. It's
I've enjoyed every moment of it.
And you all leave the warehouse. Do you all jump into 13's car, or do you walk? Beatrice and Hunter are the only two that actually know where you're going.
I'm a two-person car, so...
Someone can ride with me.
Jay jumps on the back of the
riding
bike.
with Hunter.
Okay.
I
I'm
will
getting on
go.
the train.
I will go into the car with Beatrice and awkwardly try and readjust the small seat to fit in comfortably. It's like, where the fuck is the handle for these things? Like, they used to be underneath the seat.
You want to get smaller?
No, I can't. Look, it's cutting off the circulation to my private areas. I know we don't have it, but it feels that way.
And I'm just saying, do you want to get smaller?
Let's go, Jay. He's gonna go.
Wait. I just remembered. No. I don't want to get smaller.
Okay,
In
then
any
fit
form
your
of
body in. Safety first.
This is very comfortable. We should get going.
And you all begin to drive off. Jay holding onto the back of Hunter as Hunter weaves through traffic. You can hear the sounds of the cars above your heads on the motorway, just going back and forth. The lights of the city moving past you as you drive. People walking in the streets. Because as Tony has found out, even the nightlife is still life in Night City. And finally, you all arrive in what looks like a barren area. There is a large bridge looking over a cavernous dam. There are a few abandoned buildings circulated all around, with large electronic pylons, all congregating on this one focal point of a small, what looks like shed, with a large blue door, just in the middle of what looks like a barren field. The doors, as you all get closer, open. And you can all hear as the doors squeak and move. It's heavy sounding. And a small woman walks out. Her hair of purple and green. Purple lipstick, she smiles broadly. Hey guys! It took you long enough! And that is where we'll end the session. Come back next week to see exactly what happened down in Dogtown. Thank you all again for coming. We appreciate each and every single one of you. And we'll go around the table once more, tell people our socials, where they can find us. And we'll start off with our little La Sombra mono wire murder hobo, Hunter.
My name's Sir Cuttlefish. You can find me on all social media as Sir Cuttlefish. I played Hunter Maximilian today, your lovely solo La Sombra for the evening.
And we'll move on to our expert at the media jargon, the twister of tales, the snake within the viper's den, Jay.
Hey, you can find me on all socials as Brad H or Brad Hardwick, also known as at RookieJNR. So you can find me on X or on Twitch or over at TikTok. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, everyone.
And let us move to the man of the hour, the buster of skulls, the Superman that is Tony.
Hi guys, name's Peter. I enjoyed tonight despite the obvious mess up. So working out the cobwebs in the old brain hemisphere. Still don't have any socials because I keep the Masquerade real, but you can probably find some of my work on Storyteller Vault and in other locations. It has been a joy tonight.
And finally, with what was probably the most terrifying line in the entire episode tonight, Beatrice, would you like to be smaller? Stallion.
Hi, you can find me on TikTok as Boobarella. I played Beatrice Stallion, a fixer, Pizzy.
And I have been Mike, otherwise known as Fel Enghagar. You can find me on all social medias, including the dreaded X, BLUESKY, all that stuff, all under that same name. And if you don't find me there, you will find me here at Icker and Ink. So once more, I thank all of you for coming. I thank all of my players for taking part in the shenanigans that was today's episode. And remember, if you can't keep it clean, at least keep it fucking scary. See y'all later.
Take